So I'm answering an email from Lawrence again. I'm actually going to read this to you, what he wrote here. Time rules with an eating disorder. Oh God, I literally plan my whole fucking day in order to maximise my chances of not eating, or eating as little as possible, or avoiding any event, social situation that might involve eating more. I go to bed as late as possible in order to wake up in the morning and skip back breakfast easier. I have lunch, so waking up late in the morning. I have lunch at the very latest possible time in order to reduce the time between lunch and dinner and avoid getting overly hungry in the afternoon. When I have to go somewhere, I always choose the longest, slowest route because a shorter route might bring me home earlier and give me spare time, which I might be tempted to fill by eating. I often act as a taxi driver to my friends or a near full-time assistant to my mum just to keep myself busy and avoid staying at home where the food is near me. When I go out with friends in the evening, I very rarely propose an appointment myself, but if I do, I always try and meet them on days where I'm busy so that I can't eat the whole day and save calories for dinner, etc., etc. It's absolutely exhausting. I can't stand it anymore, yet I can't stop. Well, yes, you can stop. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And everything that you've described there, Lawrence, I absolutely did as well, on top of my lower level movement compulsion and my exercise compulsion. And so I would fill my day with movement. And a lot of the reason I was filling my day with movement was because I wanted to be doing something so that I could avoid eating. And so even things like I worked as a waitress, of course, because one gets to run around all day when one's a waitress, so that's great for lower level movement compulsions. But you know what one of my worst nightmares was? It was a shift that wasn't crazily busy. Because even at work, I hated not being crazily busy, because it wasn't just even that I wanted to be crazy busy the whole time to avoid eating, although that was certainly true. I wanted to be crazy busy all the time to avoid thinking about how hungry I was. And that is so common in people with restrictive eating disorders. You're filling the time because you're fucking starving, and you're fucking starving because you're in malnutrition, because you're restricting food. So, the other thing that happens is that over years of doing that, it can turn into almost a habitual behaviour. And then when anything's a habitual behaviour and your brain sort of learned that's what you have to do, then it just becomes scary to do it any other way for no apparently reason. So I used to do the same thing. I'd take the, not in the car because I didn't want to sit down, but walking anywhere, I'd take the longest route. And then that became a habit until the point where taking anything other than the longest route felt scary. And I didn't even really know why by the end of it. But the last thing you said in that email, Lawrence, was, I can't stop it. Yes, you can. You are in control of your actions. There is nobody else that can stop it other than you. There is nobody else that when your friends ask you to go out and you're sitting there thinking ahead, thinking what's the busiest day that I can do that on. There is no one else that can make you go, stop it. Just say tomorrow. Doesn't matter what else is going on. There is nobody else when you're saying I'm going to take the longer route because I want to spend as much time as possible, so I'm at home as little time as possible because I'm scared of eating. There's no one else that can make you stop that and drive the shortest route. And the only obstacles to doing so are the ones that are in your head, and they don't actually exist unless you allow them to. And that's the hard truth with this shit. Nobody else is going to be able to ring you around this crap. You are the one that's in control of your actions. And your thoughts will become more under your control if you can control your actions. So stay present, stay in the present moment. And when you have that desire to fill your time manically, take a breath and say stop, and recognize that you're doing that because you're hungry. And so rather than trying to fill your time, sit the fuck down and eat some more food. Okay?